Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 29th, 2020 full moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. Okay. Let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Virgo. How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay, and these go at the bottom. Okay, cool. Awesome. And let's see what your chakra energy has to say. How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So we start here with Divine Wisdom, which is the Soul Star Chakra, located 6 inches above the crown. Then we have Grounding, the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below the feet. And we'll get into how this all relates to the tarot in just a moment. And then we have Spiritual Awakening, the Crown Chakra. The left-hand side will be your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So we start off with Temptation, which is the Devil card, Capricorn energy, which really connects you with the new moon on the 13th of January. You have the 5 of Earth, the Empress, and the Five of Wands, not the Five of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Eight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Six of Wands, which is beautiful, the Page of Air, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, the Ace of Air, you're definitely taking this gift. Patience, Temperance, Sagittarius energy coming forward. Time frame November 22nd to December 21st. And how does this all relate to the tarot? We have divine wisdom right here. So there is knowledge that's coming in. This is especially true because things are coming full circle during this moon. This moon is in Cancer. We began 2020 with the full moon in Cancer, and now we're ending 2020 with the full moon in Cancer. And so this is going to be such a synchronous time for you, such a sense of things coming full circle. You're coming full circle. You're seeing such power, such understanding around you that it's really going to be quite empowering, it's going to be uplifting. And the wisdom that's raining down on you, it feels like taking a nice warm bath. It does. It just feels like this nice warm water is around you, or you're being cuddled in a nice warm blanket. And there is this sense of divine wisdom, this divine truth being a profound and powerful part of you. And it brings you then to a grounding of self with this wisdom, with this knowledge coming in, seeing what you're rooting yourself in. What do I want? And how am I moving myself forward? And what is it that I desire? And where is it that I need to be? The grounding of you is amazing. And as you are grounded, as the wisdom comes and as you are grounded, the spiritual awakening opens up your life and opens up yourself. And you see things so much more clearly and so much more powerfully and so much more succinctly than you have before. And you're opening up your eyes to things that you never knew you were blind to, and you never knew that you weren't walking in the truth that you were supposed to be walking in. And with this full moon in Cancer, you find it astoundingly easy to surrender to the divine, so to surrender to your power, because you are coming full circle. And there is this sense of healing and of being so terribly close to what connects you to this life, to emotional well-being and the nurturing and the caring of others, but also of yourself, of family and of friends, and of checking in and needing to hear their voice and needing to be around what is most sacredly true. And then as this becomes part of you, and as you embrace this aspect of yourself, you feel like you're coming home. You feel like you've been on this long, arduous journey, especially for 2020. I mean, this long, arduous journey, this unbearable task at times. And now you have stepped into your truth and your trust. And now you are trusting your instinct and your intuitive self. And you're absorbing more information and you're acquiring more knowledge than you thought you needed, than you thought was going to be a part of you. And as you do so, a personal issue reaches resolutions. You're actually going to find many personal issues reach resolutions because you're becoming very introspective. You're becoming very understanding of yourself, but also of the world around you. And your eyes are opening to what's true for you, or the truth that you were born to walk in. Now, be it that everybody's eyes are opening to the truth that they were born to walk in. So everybody's going to be seeing things very powerfully, but very differently during this time. It can make it feel like you're almost, you're all reading the same book, but all in different languages. And it can feel like, oh, I don't know exactly what's going on here. But you will get the gist of it if everybody opens up their hearts. Because it's like, oh, if we learn how to communicate more deeply, if we connect more openly, more honestly, we'll find that we're saying what truly needs to be said. The emotions are running high, all right? And so it's important to be aware that what you're feeling isn't out of the ordinary or isn't wrong. There's a greater truth here that can't be denied. And if you try to walk away from the greater truth, you'll find yourself just pulled back towards it. You might find also that you're very nostalgic during this time here, Virgo, which can bring on melancholy, which can be like, a little bit sad at times. Don't let that sadness get a hold, because there's real beauty here. And it moves you on the 13th of January to being in the new moon in Capricorn, which says right here, your hard work is paying off. So new beginnings open, a new start is coming as your hard work pays off, as you step into your truth. And you're starting that energy starts your whole entire reading with the sense of that breaking of addictions, that stepping into your power, the knowing your worth. And it leads you then to the full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in the way. Don't let ego get in the way. Don't let, caring what everybody else thinks get in the way of you embracing your truth, of you moving forward in the bounty, in the surrendering to the divine power that is you. Because you're going to see here that as you're embracing what you love and as you're opening up your heart, it leaves us very vulnerable. It leaves us doubting and questioning and saying, well, can I be the person that I want to be? And the answer is absolutely. Because the spirit animals for this time are the owl spirit and the horse spirit. Now, the owl spirit very much embraces and embodies the sacred feminine of this full moon in Cancer. So as you are embodying your truth in your sacredness, as you are having this deep connection to all things nurturing, but also all things with this greater power of lessons behind them, you see beyond the doubts, the fears, and the masks. And you start to really, again, embrace that intuition. It just becomes a part of you. And as you see what others can't, but remember, everybody is seeing what others cannot. So it can be very frustrating at times because everybody's seeing what they themselves are specifically attuned to during this time. You start to change. And as you start to change, you are embracing this time of transformation to see the shadows, to see and to face the shadows, the doubts, the fears, and to find wisdom within the silence. And it's time to hold on to your truth. It's time to embrace your truth. And you're going to find that you really rebel against the lies, against what isn't right for you. And as you do so, you're embracing a spiritual perspective on life that once you thought, oh, I could never live like that. I could never see it like this. And this, the owl spirit, it's for both. It's the spirit animal of both December and of January. And so you have this beautiful feminine, sacred feminine energy of the owl spirit around you. But you also have the horse spirit, which says freedom is yours. And I know it's only for 3 days in December, but you have been living with this energy too during December. So here with the horse spirit, it's that sacred masculine energy coming in. It's saying freedom is yours. It's that driving force of who it is that you are and where it is that you want to be on this earthly plane and what you thrive on. Okay? What is the reason for you getting out of bed in the morning? What kind of lights your fire? Because you're going to see that what you thrive on is bringing you to life, is moving you forward, and you can't ignore it. There can be a time where you think it might be silly. There can be times where you think, oh my gosh, am I doing the right thing? Am I moving forward the right way? You're going to see balance between the wild and the tamed side of you. And as you find that balance between those two aspects of your mind, of your soul, of your personality, and yourself, you're going to see that they start pulling you forward and they lead you towards these strong emotions. And they also help you embrace the strong sexual energy of the sacred masculine that says, I'm going for it. I'm going to pull myself forward. I'm going to go after what I want. I'm embracing this freedom of expression of me. And as you do this, and as you have that beautiful owl spirit that is seeing much more clearly now than it has before, it moves you in January to the brown bear spirit. And it says here, it's time to take time out. So I kept on reading it. It's time to take out. So Spirit is saying it's time to take out what isn't bringing you strength. Spirit is saying it's time to take out what isn't adding to your confidence. It's time to take out what isn't helping you find your inner peace. It's time to take that out of your life and see what it is that you're planting in your life, in your soul, in your passion, in yourself as you move forward. And it brings you here to the sense of temptation. The temptation is, and the doubt is in this world, it's like, what I am working for, will it even matter? Will people remember me? Will, is there a point to all of this? And the fact of the matter is there is. There is a sense here, quite beautifully, that you're breaking chains that have kept you with the Five of Pentacles on the outside of wealth. feeling like the treasure chest, the bounty, the beauty, the abundance, it doesn't get to be yours. It gets to be everybody else's, but it doesn't get to be yours. And that's a lie that you are shattering during this time as you are stepping into your truth, as you are healing, as you are becoming the person that you want to be. Because what you're going to find here is that there's more to life than you had originally thought. Or there's more to your particular path in life than you had originally thought. So where others turn away, you embrace your truth. Where others can be afraid to walk because it's like, well, I don't know where this path will lead me, and I don't know who it is that I should be, and I don't know how people will receive me. It's like, no, this is me. This is me. And it brings you to absolutely embracing that sacred feminine energy here in the Cancer full moon with the Empress, because you're claiming that throne you thought you lost. You're claiming that voice that was silenced. You're moving forward in your power, in your truth, in your greater understanding. And it's just very much of a sense here of a voice trying to be silenced, a voice of the heart trying to be told, it's not good, or it's not right, or it's not enough. Think of the sacred feminine aspects of religions that we have in our world. Now, when I was in school, I studied Mariology for a bit, which is the study of the Virgin Mary. And what was so cool about that path is that she wasn't supposed to be a part of belief. She just wasn't. The people took her. The people said, I need this, and brought her into doctrine. And so she slowly became part of Christian belief, of Christian worship, of Catholic worship, especially, because that's the one that started off. And so here, there is that sense. It is that sense of, I will not be silenced. I will be pulled in to the conversation, even if those in power are leaving me out. And so here, you're breaking the ties. You're breaking the tide that is supposed to take you one way. And it's like you're breaking that wave, and you're moving forward on a different path, in a more profound truth. And for you, Virgo, you're never contented to see things as everybody else sees things. This is why you're represented by the Hermit in the major arcana. It's like you see things in a way that is kind of out of the norm, that steps back from the rest of the world, takes things in and says, what is my grounding truth? What is my powerful reasoning? And it moves you in your heart. It moves you to your soul. It moves you to the sense of, oh. And it's no longer to be in poverty. It's no longer to be in lack, but it is to embrace a wealth that your soul has been screaming for. It is to embrace a harvest that your soul just deeply desires. And as you do so, you embrace you. As you embrace this power and this path and this brilliance and this truth, you embrace you. And you walk away from what you once thought you would love. You find yourself walking and embracing and embodying a different path than what you had originally anticipated. You might have thought, during this time or in my life, I will walk this path. This is me. This is who I want to be. This is what everybody will respect. And then you wind up taking this turn. And this turn isn't anything bad, but it's something that makes you see you. Not in the way that everybody else wants to see you, not in the way that everybody else can say, oh, that's totally respectable, I get it. But in a way that makes your heart sing, in a way that makes life worth living, in a way that brings joy and prosperity and bounty into your realm of being. And as you do so, you find that your heart comes to terms with what you have been balancing. You've been balancing the world, and you've been balancing yourself. Well, you've been balancing, there we go. You've been balancing what the world wants of you and what you want of yourself. But what you're forgetting to balance is where you are in the moment, is who you are right now. And it's sitting there and saying, okay, I matter. And it's also trying to balance, the spiritual world and the earthly world, and, the expectations of others and the expectations and dreams that we have for ourselves. And we forget to balance us. We forget to take care of us. We forget to, eat properly, sleep properly, just the basic care things we can start to forget about. But then we can start to erode our own dreams. It's like, these were the dreams I had when I was little. But now that I'm an adult, I can't have silly dreams anymore. It has to be kind of washed away, and I have to step into this proper rigid role. And you're going to see that your heart kind of rebels against it. It's like it wants a bit of whimsy, it wants a bit of beauty in its life. And that's where you're really getting pulled towards your dreams. You're getting pulled towards what your heart desires. You're getting pulled towards where your soul wants you to be. You're getting pulled towards this place of opening up to what you love. And so here, as you open up to your heart, your soul, your love, yourself, you start to see your dreams. And especially in our world where our dreams can become so sacred to us that it almost seems like blasphemy, okay, to put them on the table. So with the Seven of Cups, it's looking at these dreams that we have put into the deepest recesses of our mind. And it becomes our resource of hope and of joy. It's like, oh, I can always go and take out this little dream and sit with it and look at it. And it can bring me great joy. And I can always be getting there, right? I can always be getting there. But I don't have to, have it ruined by the world. I don't have to bring it out into the world and then have people criticize it and say, oh my gosh, you should never be doing this. And what the heck is wrong with you? And you're talentless. And, are you really qualified for this? And go on and on and on and on and on. But I get to have my sacred dream and I get to keep it safe. The thing that I'm starting to see from divinity, from the world, is that dreams aren't meant to be kept safe. They're meant to be lived. They are planted in our hearts, in our souls, in ourselves for a reason. And they are meant to be discovered. They are meant to be empowered. They are meant to be walked with. And so here you are embracing that dream. And as you embrace that dream, divinity, and as you embrace your dreams, it's not even just one dream. It can be embracing one dream, like embracing this pride within yourself and this joy within your heart and this passion within your soul. Embracing this one aspect of this dream leads you to then receiving a gift, because it leads you into, starting like a domino effect, starting to live those dreams and embrace those hopes and, be empowered by this passion. And then it leads you to the Four of Water, where it's like, these are gifts that this is a gift coming to you from divinity that you're not expecting, that you're not looking for. And it's like, well, why not? Why can't I see this? Why can't I move forward this way? Why can't I go after what my soul needs, what I greatly desire? And the gift that comes from divinity is going to be in the most plainly packaged, humdrum way of being. And you're going to sit there and look at it and think, oh, well, this is nothing. And then all of a sudden it becomes everything. It becomes everything. And it changes the way you see yourself. It changes the way you look at who it is that you are, where it is that you're going, what it is that you desire. It's like, it's a game changer. And you're looking at this game changer and you're like, oh, wow. I didn't expect. But it also makes you feel different. Your heart is going to make you feel different during this time, because it's like, I'm embracing what I love. I didn't expect to be. I'm embracing what I loved, and I thought everybody would laugh, or everybody is laughing, but I'm finding I don't care. I'm finding that if I can be happy, if I can be prosperous, if I can be me, then I don't care what anybody else has to say about it. And so things start to change. You start to change, but you can feel like a bit of an outsider. So do be mindful of that. But then you walk in celebration. In the public arena, you start walking in celebration. The Six of Wands is learning how to be the best boss of yourself. It's learning how to sit there and say, this is what I want from life. This is what I love in life. This is who I am. This is what I desire. And this is how I'm moving forward. And there's nothing and there's no one who can stop me. I think of this, when you work for a really good boss and they just make it so that you love coming into work and you work harder for them and you feel like a team and you feel like you matter. And it doesn't matter what you do. You could be, selling soap, or you could be, solving, huge problems. All right. It doesn't matter, but they make you feel, excuse me, part of something bigger. And then you can have those bosses where they make you feel like garbage. And there you could be, curing hunger, all right, and changing the world. But because they make you feel so bad, it doesn't have that same impact. You don't feel part of anything greater. You go in there almost out of duty than anything else. But it can also be, something not simple, but it can also be a job that is, a job, again, selling soap, or, being a secretary or something like that. But if you don't have somebody who makes you feel empowered, who always beats you down and yells at you and belittles your work, you don't feel part of anything great. And you're not going to sit there and work really hard for them. You might go in because you need the paycheck. But my goodness, when something better comes along, wouldn't you be taking it? Here, that's what it's like when you work, when you inspire yourself, when you kind of work for yourself, right? You are that inspiration that keeps you going. Are you going to be that great boss that sits there and celebrates you and builds you up and says, wow, good job, even if you haven't made it, even if you're still striving towards it? It's like, okay, we're getting there. Look at what you did here. Look at how great it was. Look at what you did there. Okay, you need improvement here, but we're working on that. We're getting there. Instead of, wow, you stupid idiot. Because if you have that voice in yourself, you go deeper into the hole. And that's not where you want to be at all, Virgo. That's exactly what you're moving against. You're moving against that hole, that doubt, that despair, that despondency to life. And you're like, my life needs purpose. My life needs something greater. And it brings you to an embracing of the gift of the Page of Air, an embracing of the Page of Swords. So the swords are the mind, but the swords are also the only weapon in the tarot. And it's so interesting because we have the mind as a weapon, but isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? You need to have a good mind. You need to have a cherished, healthy mind to be able to move you forward fiercely and determinedly and powerfully. So here with the Page of Swords, you're looking at things, you're questioning, you're pushing boundaries, you're, saying why and why not. And you're looking at other people's realities, other people's, ways forward. And you're saying, why does that have to be me? You're gathering up the information that you need because you're setting yourself forward. You want your hard work to pay off. And that's what this time is all about for you, Virgo. You're an earth sign energy. You like to be grounded. You like to be centered. You like to see practical applications to what you are doing. And what you are finding here is that you're getting a gift, again, from divinity that helps you cut through doubts and fears, that helps you see things more openly, more honestly, with the Ace of Swords. And you're embracing this gift. You're looking at things and saying, why not? Why can't I move forward this way? Why can't I be empowered? Why can't I be emboldened? And you become a student of what your mind needs, of what you greatly desire, of the way that you are moving forward. And it leads you to temperance. It leads you to a balancing of yourself, to the sense of, oh, this is who I am. This is what I was put here for. It leads you to a place of patient peace, of a sense of, I can wait for things to come forward. I know what I'm developing. Have you ever met those people who can just stand in peace? And you're fidgeting and you're, doubting and you're all worried, but they can stand in peace. I'm always so envious of those people. And that's where you're heading, to this place of you turn inward. You turn inward like the hermit that you are. Not in a bad way, not in an antisocial way, but you might not find that you need to be around people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, posting all the time about what you've eaten and, everything like that. You might just be a quieter person, which in this world can seem like a bad thing, but it's not. It's actually a very beautiful thing. And so here you have your balance coming forward, the balance of the wild and the tame side of you, the balance of the seeker and the answer, the balance of your truth and of all the questions that you have. And you have the patience to watch them develop and to watch you develop, especially over this moon. It's like this moon is this sacred vessel around you, is this sacred guiding light until you hit the full moon in Leo, where it's like, all right, let's get going. Let's go after what we want and where we're headed. And, don't let, like, I'll show you, get in the way of you claiming your dreams. So that's going to be really, really cool. So let's see here what the moon has to say. How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels. Fantastic. How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? How will Virgo be affected by the December 29th, 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh, and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Extremes. Surrender the masculine. Grounding. The energy is gaining momentum. Expect powerful change. It's time to release negativity. Don't let your past hold you back. Your commitment is being tested. Oh, I love that. Okay, so this moon is a challenge and it is a beauty for you. So we start off here over the Devil card and over the Five of Pentacles. We start with extremes because you're breaking those ties. You're breaking the ties to poverty. You're breaking the ties of doubt, of feeling like you're always going to be on the outside of what you truly want, or as if the world is moving you in one direction and you desperately want to go in another. And it's embracing the extremes of emotion that you're having and the extremes that are either being cleansed out of you or guided purposefully forward within you. And as you see this, and as you claim this, and as you realize it, because the first thing to do is to name it and say, wow, these are extremes, this is intense, and then you find yourself stepping into this sacred feminine role, right? And you surrender to it. And as you surrender to it, you have the divine masculine guiding you to walk away from what you once thought you would love. The good divine masculine empowered with the divine feminine to say, now it is time to move forward. Now it is time to make this change, which can seem scary and overwhelming, but it's absolutely profound. And it brings you then to growth. It brings you to a sense of understanding your balance, looking at your dreams, and growing within them both. Growing within what you are balancing, within the caring for yourself, and within the growing of the dreams that you have, the hopes, the wishes, the doubts, the fears, the loves, the passions. And it brings you then to claiming a gift that divinity is giving you and realizing that as you claim this gift, it doesn't look like much when you claim it. The energy around you gains momentum. You gain power and purpose and truth. And it brings you to expecting powerful changes as you see things differently than everybody else. As you see things in a way that you might have thought, oh, that's silly, or nobody's going to understand. But it's a powerful truth. It's a brilliant shift. And it has you here realizing it's time to release the negative. As you guide yourself forward, as you cut through these doubts and these fears, and as you become a student of your mind, it's time to release the negative. And as you release the negative, you don't let your past hold you back. You claim these new ideas, this new way of looking at things. You claim this gift of the Ace of Swords from divinity. And it's like, this is the way I need to move forward. This is who I'm supposed to be. The past doesn't get to hold you back. You actually get to cut away the bindings of the past. And you realize that your commitment to your dreams, to your hopes, to your desires has been being tested because you're finding that place. You're finding that place that you belong within this world. You're finding that place within your own skin. And it's taken patience. It's taken time. It's taken effort. It's taken a lot. But now you get to stand. Now you get to stand in your truth. And your subconscious moon message here is realization. It's like you realize that you yourself are the key, walking through that keyhole. You yourself, have that power. The realization comes, the door is unlocked. You are emboldened. You are embraced. And it brings you to showing the world the real you, to not hiding behind lies and doubts and fears and the mess that everybody else wants you to wear, or that you feel that everybody else wants you to wear. It's stepping into your truth. And it brings you to your subconscious chakra message, which is inner child, which is a love for the inner child that you once were. It's a love for the person that you were as you embrace the person that you are. That inner child, if you just do the simple meditative exercise of visualizing yourself as you are now, holding your arms out, either kneeling down or sitting down, and the child that you once were running into those arms, and you holding that child tight and saying, I will always love you. I will always listen to you. Your voice is powerful here, and I will always believe you. You will see that the love opens. You will see that you open in a way that is so needed, because we have scars from our childhood. We have scars from our past, and they need to be understood. They need to be embraced. And by embracing who you once were, when the world was small and your voice, when the world was large and your voice was small, becomes a powerful place to be. And it moves you then to your subconscious tarot message, which is justice. This is Libra energy, time frame September 23rd to October 22nd. But this is moving in justice for yourself. Now, this isn't meaning being just to everybody and, making sure that everything is 150% fair all the time. This is being discerning about the energy that you let around you, the people you let around you, the things you have around you. It's like, listen, I need to take care of me. And that also means taking care of my energy vibration. I can't be around people that pull me down here all the time. I can't. And that's what you need to say to yourself, Virgo. It's like, I can't do this. I can't be drained and, made to doubt myself. I need to rise. My energy vibration needs to rise. And so with the justice, with the discernment, it is being very mindful of the food that you're putting into the body, of the drinks that you're putting into your body, of the people that you're having around you, about the energy and the way that you are vibrating. Because we all know when we're off. We all know when the sadness comes in. And the justice is to say, I'm being just to me, and I'm rising. I'm balancing the scales, and I'm moving in my truth. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. Let us end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the extremes of this moon, as we embrace the loving changes of this moon, and as we are empowered in passion, in our dreams, and in the balance of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo, and may you have a blessed moon.